Hi everybody, I just completed week 4 on Bright Line Eating, so that's about a month. And this week, just weighed myself. I was a little trepidatious going in, but I lost 1.6 pounds. And I see that as like a huge feat because this week I I I was having these cravings really bad. Now I didn't, I kept my lines bright, but I was having a lot of hunger, and this is my aha. So I'm gonna tell you my my successes, my challenges, and my aha. And well, let me start with the challenge with the successes. So the successes were that I kept to my bright lines, and I feel like sometimes that feels, when I look at how I used to be all my life, and I look at how I was so resistant to weigh and measure and so resistant to going off flour the whole 6 years that I was in OA. I'm still in OA, but that I've been in OA. Overeaters Anonymous. It is miraculous that I'm keeping these bright lines, and I've kept them I'm on day 29, I think. That's just hugely successful. And this week was my first full week of work back as a teacher, and I was very tempted to snack this week because I was hungry at work, and we were given like some almonds, but from our boss, and I was like, oh my god, I've got those goddamn almonds in my desk now. And they were a little baggy, but I was like, I could eat them. I'm like, no, you can't eat them. No, you can't eat them. You said you weren't going to eat them. They're not on your plan for today, and they can be on your plan for tomorrow. So that was a success that I was able to do that. But anyway, I had these 2 nights where I was hungry, both nights really hungry. And then the next day, I got my period, which may sound like, oh, well, whatever. But I'm in perimenopause. I am perimenopausal, so I've gotten my period maybe 3 times this year, and so I'm not expecting it. Every time I'm like, okay, well, we're done with that, and then it's like, oh no, we're not done with that. So I got my period the next day after these 2 nights of really feeling a lot of hunger at night, and it took me like hours to realize, like, maybe it's because of your period. Like, remember how you used to be. It hasn't been that long ago. It's only been like a year ago, and you've had it from age 11 to age 48. So what? But it took me a while to go, oh, maybe the extra feeling of hunger. It's not like I haven't felt hungry at all this month, but not that hungry. So that was an aha. Like, you're still getting your period, and B, when you're feeling really, hungry, hangry, it could be that your period's coming again. So just breathe through it, and you'll make it. So that was both. So those are challenges, and I think that was my challenges, my successes, and my aha all wrapped into one. So having gotten my period and feeling really bloated this week, I feel like 1.6 pounds gone, not up, but gone, is pretty fucking awesome. And I'm really just, I'm kind of blown away by this. I'm blown away by, like, I see it working in other people, and I'm like, and it's working in me. It's working in me. It's just, and it was, okay, yesterday I went to the movies, and everyone's got their flipping popcorn. It was like they may as well have been like thrown in my face. And I love popcorn, and that's one of the things that I had given up desserts for 6 years, but snacking and popcorn was still on the list. So it was really hard. And so I was thinking, as I was in the theater, I was thinking, if I had a really nice sparkling water, not just the club soda from the fountain, but like a really nice sparkling water, or like a tea, like an iced tea in my like So I've decided to make that when I go to the movies, I need to make a nice drink for myself that I can have. Um, so I feel like I'm having something nice, and it's not like I'm depriving myself. Because this eating is not about depraving yourself. It's about feeding your body in a beautiful, healthy way, and about feeding your body in a way that promotes your weight loss to get to your goal weight. And the interesting thing, this is the last thing I'll say, is I know that there's a maintenance plan, and I sort of have this hazy understanding of what's on the maintenance plan, how it's a little different, but I don't even want to know. I'm like, I don't need to know. That is none of my business what's on the maintenance plan, because I'll just be thinking about, like, oh, well, when I'm on maintenance, I can have an extra blah blah blah, or maybe I can have an extra blah 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 because the maintenance plans. And I'm like, no, no, that's not my business, and probably won't be my business for a year or more, or maybe less. But that, again, the time is not my business. But yeah, so that's interesting that I'm just I really want to just stay so focused on um, my bright lines, my food plan, my weigh and measure amounts, and that's it. So that's my weekly reflection for this week 4, day 29-ish, for month 1. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Have a great one.